I really am humbled to serve as Andy's best man, especially after Davos when he turned it down. I really am thankful that I was your second choice. But before talking about Andy, can we all just agree that Carrie looks beautiful? Yeah. South Carolina sure does produce some of the most beautiful, talented, intelligent ladies. You agree? Yeah, you do. Okay. All right. For those of you who do not know me, and for those of you who do, but do not take the time to read all of my insightful Facebook posts, my name is Reed, and I am Andy's wise and handsome big brother. By trade, but I'm currently a doctoral student studying international education in Sweden. And to clarify, that is the country in Europe known for ABBA, IKEA, and meatballs. Okay? Not Switzerland, although I guarantee you someone in this room will later ask me how living next to the Alps is. People get mixed up all the time. So before I left Sweden to come to the wedding, I asked my research supervisors about any unique Swedish customs that take place during weddings. And one in particular I thought would be perfect to adopt here, and in particular because I think it's very important to bring multiculturalism to this experience. And this is that during Swedish weddings and the parties afterwards, if the new husband leaves the room at any point, all men get to kiss the bride. Alright? So, with that being said, Andy, didn't you leave something in your car? No? Okay. Alright, enough about the Vikings. So when I was asked about how long I would have to give this speech, Andy first told me 2 minutes. Carrie in the background, however, said for as long as I want.
You're at 2:47 right now.
Alright. Sorry, Andy, I'm with Carrie. So, I'm on slide 3 and I have 14. So, we're going to be going through a lot. Alright, Andy, we go so way back. Actually, so far back, I can barely remember the days before it was not simply Reed, and it was actually Andy Reed. Which was almost a combination name that people would use, especially the babysitters that we drove crazy, as they were writing in a journal saying, "Please God help us, Andy Reed, we're getting crazy." Anyway, I have to say, your arrival into my life was not always welcome, Andy. In fact, from what I have been told, it took mere hours for me to ask my parents to take me back. Surely, if someone kept the receipt, they would allow a return. As most older siblings here probably can attest, we are kind of deceived a little bit. We are sold on the fact that we're going to be gaining a big brother or a big sister, and then we would soon have such a really good friend, and we're going to have so much fun with them. Then, what happens is you get really excited, and then bam, this smelly, snotty, screaming monster arrives named Little Brother. Right? Not only does this monster cause chaos, he totally takes the center stage. Now, all of those who know me, and if you don't, I have business cards, know that I have always been perfectly okay with being on the sidelines. Once have yearned for the spotlight. Speaking of that, can you all see and hear me? Anyway, when the baby brother shows up, things change. It didn't take long either for Andy to begin looking a lot like me. We all know I'm the handsome one, but he quickly began to grow into what people consistently think of as my twin. Right? Growing up, my mother didn't help the situation. She dressed us in lots of matching outfits. The situation is still a problem today, as I cannot post a photo of myself on Facebook without a service always trying to tag Andy. Especially when there's a stain on my shirt or I look extremely confused. Despite initially requesting a refund, I slowly began to lose the buyer's remorse. Andy became the consistent friend and partner that I've had throughout my life. Growing up, we spent hours and hours running around, playing Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, you name it. In fact, superheroes played a large role in our relationship, I'd say. Mostly because I was his real-life superhero. Now, not all the heroic attempts were successful. Like the time I locked you in the bedroom, told Dad about it, and explained that there was no reason to be alarmed at all, because I had my He-Man sword, and with the power of Grayskull, this is one of the first times that I realized there was a limit to the power of Grayskull. As I soon saw my father climbing through the small window to rescue my baby. However, there were many, many times that I was actually Andy's superhero. Lord, y'all, can we get a round of applause for the fact that Andy actually made it to this day? I agree. As a child, Andy was a bit of a daredevil, or a lemon, or one of those dogs in the neighborhood who you know just ain't right. My parents gave me a hard time for always being too obsessed and for protecting Andy and bossing him around, but they don't understand what would happen when they weren't looking. Luckily, he had a paranoid older brother, or Carrie, you wouldn't have any husband. I remember the time when we were at the pool and my mom turned her back for a second and Andy just walked straight into the pool. I had to yell, "Mom," and luckily he was walking at the pool. The time Andy began to choke, and I went to my parents to tell my parents, and actually the first response was, "Reed, you make a better door than a window." But then realized there was a situation, began to panic, resulting in Andy flailing upside down, and my parents both smacked him in the back until he coughed whatever he was chewing. By the way, both of them are educated, one of them in medicine, but that was the method they chose. It actually worked, so that was good. The list of me saving could go on and on, but in order to save the life of the party, I'm going to move on. Alright, although we both look alike, Andy and I are opposite in many ways. For one, Andy did well in math and science, and I still don't know the multiplication tables. When my parents would sit with me to go over those multiplication flashcards, I would have absolutely no idea what the answer was. Andy, on the other hand, being 3 years younger than me, would often say, "Reed, it's 24." Likewise, I can't tell you how many times I had to rely on him when we were in a store and I had no idea if we had enough money to buy what we were trying to buy. I would sit there trying to add all the stuff up with my fingers, and little Andy would say, "Reed, we're good." So thank you for that. While I chose not to share my musical skills with the world, Andy, however, played the trumpet. To be honest, by played, I mean he disturbed God's great creation in unbelievable ways. All joking aside, Andy, I really want to apologize for being so mean to you when you were learning to play that trumpet. I apologize. In fact, I give you complete permission to take it up again, especially now that you have someone who just promised to love you until death does you. So by all means, take it up. Let me tell you, though, how far Andy has come. When asked as a child what he wanted to be when he grew up, for the longest time he was dead set on becoming a garbage man. Okay? Carrie, did you hear that? Andy should never have a problem with taking the trash out. It was a career goal after all. Right? Later, he actually decided he wanted to be a cook. And I have eaten some of Andy's creations and know that remains a career goal as well. Cooking isn't too far away, though, from the chemistry and the attention to detail required to be a pharmacist. Something that I truly am extremely proud of Andy for doing. Despite all of the challenges we both faced growing up, we both turned out pretty well. In fact, many of you here today have played a large role in making us the men we are today. And I would like you all to give yourself a round of applause and thank you for helping us become who we are. For real, we really did turn out well. One turned out straight, the other Swedish. In all seriousness, I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for helping make us who we are. So just who is Andy? What is Andy? I know, it's a question I ask every day. Well, don't fret, I went to the source and will now recite to you a poem Andy wrote about himself in high school. happy-go-lucky, friendly, son of Susan and Charlie, lover of football, video games, and my guitar, who feels happiest when I'm with my friends, bored when I'm alone, and shy around new people. I don't believe that hard. Who needs money, a car, and a job. Who gives help to anyone who asks, a smile when someone is sad, and advice when someone is bad. Who fears awkward silences. Being murdered. And crashing my parents' car. Who would like to see world peace, prosperity in the poorest of countries, and world hunger to cease. Resident of Clemson, South Carolina, Curtis.
And describe Andy as well. I want to go ahead and read you the words that they gave me to describe Andy. Friend, compassionate, optimistic, jolly, enthusiastic, kind, collaborative, hilarious, inclusive, dependable, jovial, honest, scholarly. And my favorite, Teddy Roosevelt. So far, many times that Andy was a superhero, and I was a superhero for Andy. There were many times that you were a superhero for me, too. One of the hardest times in my life was after I came out of the closet. And, you know, it was a hard time for me. I really feared telling my parents, but someone I never once feared was telling you. Ever. And, you know, see, no matter how annoying I might have found you growing up, and I still do, I know your heart. In your heart, you are loyal, kind, caring, and open-minded. Like the superhero I knew you were, you didn't even for a second make me feel different because of who I am. Ever. You just get off your cape, you put it on, and you defended me in even some of the most conservative environments that we grew up in. That's the person you are to me. And Carrie, I know that's the person you fell in love with. Now, let me go ahead and tell you how blessed, truly blessed we are to have Carrie join the family. I've always wanted a sister, but I never once expected I would be brought such a beautiful, talented, intelligent, responsible, and caring. My mom asked me a couple months ago to describe Carrie, and the first word that came to my mind was solid. Carrie, you are dependable, reliable, and I thank God that we now have you to take care of that role of superhero. No pressure at all. Now, I remember the first time I heard about you, Carrie, Andy being happier than I think I'd ever seen him in a long time. Told me about you, about how smart you were, but most importantly, about how you were a gamecock. Girl, you had me a gamecock. As many of you know, Andy somehow is a huge Clemson fan, despite the fact that the only degree he has came from the University of South Carolina. Nevertheless, the boy loves all things orange, purple, and it is his right, but if my brother's going to have to be a tiger, he needs a gamecock to keep him humble and kind. Alright? As time went on, I quickly began to realize Carrie was here to stay. Carrie, you were almost all he could talk about. And truth be told, you still are. Between the countless trips that you and Andy took to see each other, it proved a lot of things to me. Andy was serious about this lady, and this lady was serious about Andy. Yep, it still perplexes me today. I forget that love folks love happens. Andy and Carrie couldn't be separated for too long, as eventually Carrie moved down to be with Andy. Andy, did you really ever think you were going to have someone that was actually smart and a girl move for you? But it happened. Soon, therefore, Ellie joined the family. Lord, y'all, how many of you have met her? Lord Jesus. Well, if you have, you should understand that that dog is their first child. Ellie is near and dear to their heart, even if she is a handful. This love, care, and patience they show that crazy dog bodes well for their ability to eventually take care of children. So in 10 years or so, when you guys decide to have children, I'll be ready because I know you are. This past year, after Andy proposed to Carrie, announced the decision to Ellie, and then gave us a call. Most notably, they came and visited me in Scandinavia, where I had the opportunity to see their love burn. Whether on a rainboat in the middle of a fjord, or eating oversized pizzas that Andy told us were going to be personal pan size. They both thought first about the other, and then about themselves. The positivity, joy, and love they both have for each other is hard to deny, and I'm so happy to see it all. All of this leads to today, today's celebration of love. So let's toast. But wait, I know I promised not to talk about politics, but I'm kidding. Go Gamecocks. Okay. Jokes are over. Now celebrate and toast your bride and groom. Carrie and Andy, I'm so happy for you. Andy, I love you, always have, even though we fight. I'm a nerd. I'm also so thankful, for all of you to come and join us in this moment. Andy, you've made me so proud. Carrie, I'm so happy to have you join me as my sister. And now, if you guys raise your glasses, I want to toast to them. But I want to say, the poet Nikki Giovanni said that we love because it's the only true adventure. I want to say that again. We love because it's the only true adventure. Please raise your glasses and join me in toasting Carrie and Andy and wishing them luck on their only one true adventure. Thank you, guys.
You're a falling star, you're the getaway car, you're the line in the sand when I go too far. You're the swimming pool on an August day, and you're the perfect thing to say. And you play it coy, but it's kinda cute. Oh, when you smile at me, you know exactly what you do. Baby, don't pretend that you don't know.